welcome back to my another Vlogmas. My name is Wendy, your one and only Magandita. If you don't know me, again, I am doing some vlogs about Portugal, and of course I am sharing some tips here in Portugal, how to live here as an immigrant or as a foreign. So if you want to know anything about Portugal, please consider to like this video, subscribe, and smash that bell notification so you will never miss any vlog and tips like this with Magandita. And for today's video, I am receiving so many questions. How to get a job here in Portugal? I mean, really, not really many, but a lot of questions, a lot of DMs. How to find a job in Portugal, how to get a job in Portugal. And for today's video, I will give you some tips or some information based on my knowledge and my experiences, how I get a job here in Portugal as an immigrant. Finding a job here is actually not hard. It also not so easy. Of course, it's not easy if you don't know how to speak Portuguese, because most of the jobs here, most of the companies they are requiring someone who can speak Portuguese on their language. Of course, it's mandatory most of the companies, but also there are some certain companies that they need only English speaking or something like that. But the thing is, most of those bigger companies for like IT or English speaking, those companies like Teleperformance, Cytel, they need someone who can speak in English. But there is a but. You need to have a resident permit or working permit here in Portugal. But of course, if you are just landed here, you don't have yet a resident permit or a working permit, because you are just a tourist. If you are just a tourist and you're applying for, there is some kind of conflict or some kind of confusion in this, because most of the companies here, you should have a resident permit before you start the job. But the problem and self, when you're applying for a resident permit, you need to have a working contract. It's kind of confusing, right? But I will tell you some solution how to deal with. The first things you're gonna do, like all Filipinos, actually many Filipinos doing here, is they are applying for skilled workers. Like they apply for a few months. They're applying for a nanny, for a housekeeper, because those companies, those bosses, if you're gonna work for a housekeeper, those employers sometimes they are giving contract. But again, if you're applying for a nanny or housekeeper, just make it sure that your employer will give you a good contract. What is good in the contract? It has to be a legal contract, a Portuguese contract, that you have all the benefits, that it has the terms, you know what I mean. So when you get that job, just to make sure you're gonna apply that. When you apply that to SAP, the contract, and when you get the contract, that's you can have a chance to apply for a bigger company. That's the solution that actually many Asians are doing it here, because that can help you. It's like just a stepping stone for you, especially if you are a really professional, like a nurses, like with a degree or something like that. That's the best thing you can do. I know many people doing like that, because of course when you land here in Portugal, you cannot immediately be hired to a biggest company like Teleperformance, Cytel, Converges, Talenter. They will not, because you don't have a resident permit. So the first thing you're gonna do, my advice, get a job first as a stepping stone, apply for a nanny or housekeeper. But again, you have to make sure that those employer will give you a contract. You know what I mean? So those are the things that I can give you as tips for a while. But all these tips that I'm giving you is only applicable only for if you apply here for a tourist, because like me, I was a tourist. But if you are a freelancer, of course you don't need that. You can work in any places are like for freelance visa. I have a friend also, they have the freelance visa, so because those are like they are working at home and they have like a contract with other companies, so it's totally different. My advice I'm giving you is totally for a tourist, for a truly independent person who are coming here to the Portugal like me. First of all, before anything else of those applications or trying to apply for any job here in Portugal, make sure that your CV or curriculum vitae is so updated for a European standard or something. Because, you know, don't make I made a mistake when I apply for a job, my CV is not so updated, and that's why it is really way more better if you can update your CV to a European standard. You know what I mean? Because in my CV, I've been using it for a very long time, since I was like college. So make sure you're updating well your CV to a European standard. So let's, for example, you get all those things, you become a resident, you had a stepping stone, you've been working in a housekeeper or something, or a skilled worker. Let's, for example, you get the resident visa after 6 months or even after a year. These are the tips, or these are the sites I can give you how to get a job here in Portugal. Such as the first steps, of course, everything now is online. All you have to do is browse and Google, and there are some websites that I sent a lot of CVs and a lot of applications for jobs, such as Indeed.com. Those are the jobs that's also helpful. It's most specifically, it's Indeedportugal.com. They have a lot of job openings or something. Also, there is sapo.pt.com. They also have a lot of jobs. They are offering many things also, and also some like Idealista, not just asking for apartment or searching for apartment. Idealista also has an opening for job application. They also posting there. There's also some companies posting there, and also in Gusto Gusto they're also posting some jobs that can help you also. And another thing is, those are the websites, and another thing that I use is Facebook groups. There are many Facebook groups that you can ask for a job, that you can see any job opportunities. I will share on the Lisbon expats, jobs in Lisbon, jobs in Portugal. There are plenty of groups that you can join for free, and there are some of job hiring in the Facebook groups. Another thing I can share with you is through agencies. There are many agencies here in Portugal, in Lisbon, especially if you're looking for a skilled job. You can hire for a nanny, for a restaurant or something. They can help you to find a job or something. And also another thing that can help you to get a job is asking for a friend. Don't ever hesitate or be ashamed to ask someone or a friend here in Portugal if they know some job hiring here in Portugal. Who knows, they know something, they know if they are working in some certain companies, maybe they have available. Don't hesitate to ask them, to ask for help to get a job. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you find it interesting and helpful to your future travel if you want to live here in Portugal as a foreigner and to migrate here in Europe. So if you have any questions or suggestions, please comment me down below and I will answer all your comments. And again, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and smash that bell notification so you will never miss any vlog and tips like this with